Hi, welcome to another edition of the Alan Rosenberg Show. 2 months ago, I did a rant video on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominations. I was showing discographies of acts that I thought should be in, at least before the current nominees. And I was concerned that it seems pretty evident that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is very concerned with diversity and inclusion, and that's okay, but I just felt that the acts that I showed in that video should be in. So anyway, I just got home from work and I heard they announced the inductees in the new year of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony to come. And I'm so happy to say that clearly I was so wrong. So I just want to do a quick congratulations video to the people who got in, and it made me happy. So I just wanted to show it to you because I literally just got home from work. So, first of all, congratulations to Emerson, Lake and Palmer for getting in. You got Yes in, you got Genesis, you got Pink Floyd, and certainly Emerson, Lake and Palmer. If you were around in the 70s like me, and even the early 80s, monster progressive band, legendary, and certainly should be in. And I'm so glad to know that they got in. Number one on my list, and check out my video from 2 months ago where I really go off. But I'm so happy Ian Anderson and Jethro Tull finally got in. To me, they were number one on the most deserving. I knew that was going to happen. They were number one on the most deserving list. Such an amazing career. And talk about diversity. It's all right there in Jethro Tull's music. So really happy that they got in. Mr. Peter Frampton, that just fell all over the place. Yeah, really happy that he got in. I know everybody thinks he's a one-note guy. With Frampton Comes Alive, hell, based on a lot of the nominees and people they've put in, he deserves it for Frampton Comes Alive alone. But nah, he's had a really long, 50-plus year career. Tons of great stuff. So glad that, Peter, you got in. Uriah Heep, what a long career they have. Talk about people being a people's band. I'll never forget Rolling Stone magazine. Their first album came out, and they wrote, "If this band makes it, I'll have to kill myself." Well, they're still going pretty strong. Their newest album is great. Great that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame finally, approved of Uriah Heep. And King Crimson, what are you going to say? They partly responsible for inventing progressive rock, and there's a lot of lineups. But, man, what a history. King Crimson, so great that you finally got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Grand Funk. They were like number 2 or 3 in my choice of who should be in after Grand Funk, after Jethro Tull. And Mark Farner and Mel and Don Brewer, you deserve it. So glad, to get the respect to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. After all, you were the people's band. And the people have spoken. You got in. So great. I always thought this was going to be a long shot. Never thought you guys would get in. But you're in my top 5 all-time favorite bands. Wishbone Ash, in my opinion, the greatest guitar band in the history of rock. Nobody has as many beautiful melodic guitar lines, some great albums. This is the 50th anniversary of August. If you don't have August, get it. It's one of the greatest rock albums of all time. Wishbone Ash, perfect timing that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame let you in with the 50th anniversary of August. Blue Oyster Cult, I'm a Long Islander. But everybody knows Don't Fear the Reaper and Godzilla. And there's so many great tracks. Burning for You. What a discography. I showed it in my other video. So happy you guys got in. Great. Bad Company and Free. I know. Maybe I would have done them separately, but the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, to try to make it easier, they combined it. That's okay. Paul Rodgers, one of the all-time great vocalists. Both of these bands. What legendary discographies. Fantastic. Free, Bad Company, so great that they put you in. I know they combined it, but that's okay. At least you're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Jay Giles Band, one of the greatest American rock bands of all time. So glad they put you in because, I was afraid that people just remember you for Freeze Frame, which is really one of your worst albums, even though it's pretty good. Centerfold still kills it. But I'm so glad that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame remembered that Jay Giles Band and Peter Wolf, one of the greatest frontmen of all time, you so deserve it. The Jam, well, I know they combined it, The Jam and Paul Weller. That's okay. I know not a huge band in America, but it's nice that, overseas, you're about as legendary as you can get across the pond. And the Jam, one of the all-time great bands, and Paul Weller solo, still going so strong. So nice that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame appreciates you and puts you in. Richard Thompson, same thing. Wow, I mean, Fairport Convention, Richard and Linda Thompson, your albums were amazing, and your solo stuff still going strong. One of the all-time great guitarists and songwriters, and you still doing it so good. Richard, you so deserve it, and I'm so glad the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame put you in. Two other ones, I was shocked. Little Feat, I mean, I know you didn't sell really any albums when Lowell George was alive, but your music has held up so well, and I'm such a huge fan. And then after he died, you got back together again, and you had some really great success. And overall, you have a great discography, and you're one of the all-time great American bands. And it's so nice that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame totally appreciates you now by putting you in Little Feat. And I know my friend Sandy, who's a huge fan of Kansas. I'm a moderate fan, but nice that they put you in. Another band that's had a really huge, long career. And Just for Point of No Return, and Carry On Our Wayward Son. Some great stuff in Kansas. Glad you guys got in. What? I'm wrong? I'm sorry, what? None of these bands got in? Ooh, you giving? Wow, I have some misinformation here. Apparently, these are the inductees. Kate Bush, Sheryl Crow, Missy Elliott, George Michael, Willie Nelson, Rage Against the Machine, and the Spinners? Are you sure that this is who got in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year for 2023? Are you sure? None of these bands I showed you have ever even been nominated? They're not in, and they've never been nominated. And this who got in this year? Wow. Well, my apologies, guys. I don't know what to say except check out my video from 2 months ago. I don't know what to say. Just change the fucking name from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame to the Popular Music Shit Music Hall of Fame. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to this video. I really appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, please hit subscribe. Please hit like. Please hit subscribe. Help my channel to grow. I'm so close to 1,000. That would be really cool. Check out my other videos. Check out the one from 2 months ago. I kind of was pretty pissed off. But thanks again. I really appreciate it. Most importantly, what I always say on the Alan Rosenberg show, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep tuning in. I'll see you next time. Take care.